willing to sacrifice all this other for like a major win in this one category that will be like global, is sometimes worth it. And
he's right.
With boxing, you know, you release an album, it's hard to get the whole world around it for one moment on one night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, guess who's bedacked and still smell all of my clothes? Listen, Village Boy album out right now, link in description. KSI, I'm getting right into it, went on the Impulsive podcast, and apparently they've been going on each other's stuff back and forth, because Logan went on Jake went on Logan went on the anyway, so I've been reacting to the clips. If you haven't seen the first one, go check that out. I did that yesterday. And now, this is another one y'all told me to check out. KSI responds to Jake Paul fight rumors. I think I'm gonna react to this one, and then there's another one where he's talking about his fight with Logan, and then I think that would be good for the clips. But let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what he's talking about. And he talking to Logan about Jake, so we gonna see.
People say like, oh, you're ducking me, this, that. But I'm like, bro, I've got so much going on. All he has is the boxing. I'm doing that on top of all these other things.
I want to break this off into two parts. Yeah, I'll try to remember, because we might go down.
I mean, there's so much, like,
there's a lot. There's a lot. I should have brought a fucking notepad.
Yeah, we're gonna be into like
literally
9 p.m.
But I think Jake was saying that because, like, I think he felt like the reason that you couldn't fight him was because COVID and music, right? And then Gib made his way to America and was able to fight. Yeah. And then I think when Austin won or something, were you vocal about it or something? Jake basically said like, oh, you're willing and ready to fight these guys, but not me.
So I said I want to fight Austin, but I still haven't said, oh, this is when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's a thing that I guess I didn't think about either. Well, I did say it because KSI did speak about he will fight Austin and stuff like that and blah, 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 blah. But I also said, I think he did in a video that I reacted to. I've also been saying like, yeah, I don't know. I think he should get some fights in before he fights Jake, honestly. But he's allowing Jake to paint the narrative. Well, he's not allowing, but that fact is allowing, like, him not taking the first fight back as Jake, if it's not, is going to allow Jake to paint the narrative of him ducking him for a fight. Even though originally it looked like Jake might have been ducking, but Jake is a master of weaving a narrative. So he's trying to, right now it's looking like he's been boxing and he's real committed to the boxing thing when KSI was. Jake wasn't as gung-ho into boxing him, and now it seems like he does. I still think that, like I said, KSI should get some fights under his belt just because Jake's been doing it and focused on that so hard that, believe it or not, that experience is going to go against KSI if he just hops in the ring with Jake. What he's doing is smart. If it's not picking Jake the first one and he fights somebody else, honestly, it's strategic.
These guys, but not me.
So I said I want to fight Austin, but I still haven't said, oh, this is when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I still don't know when I can actually fight.
Why?
Because I just have so much going on with the music, bro.
So this is the other thing.
Why y'all late?
I was just going to say, like, I found that when you do too much, you actually do nothing. The greats are so good at one thing. There's a few that could do a lot, right? Like some real mogul shit. Yeah. But like, bro, when you think of Muhammad Ali, you're not like, oh, like he was a great guest on late night shows.
Yeah, you do. Muhammad Ali is. I mean, I get his point though, and he's 100% right. But that was a weird example, just because if you were to even just Google Muhammad Ali or YouTube Muhammad Ali, what's gonna pop up is gonna be his interviews and his boxing. That's like he was known, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of his charisma was known just as much as his boxing prowess was known. So there's a lot of the most famous stuff Muhammad Ali said was in interviews. But I get what he's saying though. He's saying when you're a jack of all trades, you're a master at none. And that's bars. I agree with that.
Like he was a great guest on late night shows.
He should have said, well, no, people don't think like he was like a great singer. He should have said that.
He's a boxer. You know, when you put all your energy into one thing, and I related to this because with Floyd, I pretty much kind of just like fucking focused on one thing and it happened.
Yeah.
And I realized and recognized that ability to kind of be willing to sacrifice all this other shit for like a major win in this one category that will be like global is sometimes worth it. And
he's right.
With boxing, you know, you release an album, it's hard to get the whole world around it for one moment on one night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might with this the next one. But with boxing, it's such a worldwide thing. And you have an
all right, if you're not peeping the drip he putting down, he actually speaking facts. He's essentially saying, in so many words, KSI, you can always drop an album, all right? And I understand that you want to do music, and that's great. That's going to be there for you. But this Jake Paul and KSI fight, and Jake Paul and KSI fight, which is what I've been saying since the beginning, is going to be one of the most important nights, and believe it or not, whatever you want to call it, entertainment in boxing, it's going to be an international. You're not going to drop a song, an album. Nobody is. That's going to have that impact. There are signed artists. There are artists who've been doing it for years. There are the upper echelon artists who are not going to be able to generate the same attention, the eyes, the moment of time as Jake Paul versus KSI. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. And that's what Logan is trying to tell me. Is like, this is like the music is one thing, but this is a moment in history. And maybe if you focused on this, you will be remembered better in history if you take this win, which is crazy because he said the importance of the win. And I said it too. No matter if you want to say it or not, if KSI, whoever loses this fight, is going to be dark. And whoever wins, it's going to be very bright. It's going to be dark for whoever loses. I'm trying to tell you, and the longer, that's what he's saying too, but I understand KSI, he's saying that he wants to focus on the music thing, but after where Logan is kind of missing though, is if KSI loses this match, it will impact his music. And I think KSI knows that. He's not going to be able to just lose the match and then go right into music. That's gonna linger. But if he wins, it's a gamble. It's a huge gamble, but I get what he's saying.
It's such a worldwide thing. And you have an opportunity to capitalize and seize everyone's attention. And if you do well,
you profit like me.
Yeah.
Facts.
I guess with me fighting, I just know how much time it takes, and with boxing, you can't focus on anything else. Mm-hmm. You have, especially when you're in camp, you have to be in the zone, boxing. And like right now, I'm fully out of the zone. Like I know for me to tap into it, I really need to like settle in and just.
And that's why Jake is going to be a dangerous fight for him right now, because that's all he's been focused on, and he done had 3 fights since the last time KSI had a match. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. No matter how you talk about how you think his skills are, Jake is going to be way sharper than KSI is. And KSI knows that. That's why I think KSI needs a few fights. At least one before he goes into fighting.
Right now, I just don't have the time because music is just flying for me, man. I've got an album which hopefully should get and become a number 1. I've had so many top 5s, so many top 10s. Like single after single after single. They had fucking Rice Gum trying to pipe up saying like, "Oh, I'm bought in views." And bro,
is this right now? I saw.
He's tripping now. Yeah. How did you guys get into it?
He had just Rice.
I mean, like, if I'm real, I don't even remember anymore, man. I don't legit.
Are you botting?
It's
Deji botting.
I don't know. I don't know that situation. But like, I think like to bot, like it's just not my nature. Like working that hard just to cheat. Like it
doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't have the same. You don't succeed, or it doesn't feel as good.
I've always thought of that too, about buying views and stuff, which doesn't make sense. I've never understood it. Just it not only does it not feel rewarding and not feel good, because I'm too competitive a person to take like a fake win like that. I need a real win. I also be like, it's bad for you because it doesn't show where you are, and I think it's a thing you're gonna have to keep doing. It becomes an addiction and a vicious cycle, because the second you stop botting your views and you drop something with the real views you have, and all of a sudden you go from having 1 million views to 5,000. So you're gonna have to keep doing that. Why not just take the 5,000 originally and build up? Because you keep dropping stuff, that 5 gonna turn to 10, gonna turn to 20, gonna turn to 100. Like, that's what I've never understood that. And it's obvious if you know how to spot it.
Some stupid shit like that. But like, you know, I put in a lot of effort with the music, a lot of effort with the Simon stuff, you know, putting so much effort with my other channels, etc. And just, you know, with the boxing anyway, I'm still training, all of that. So it's just a lot then to find time right now to go, okay, let me fight Austin or let me fight Jake.
Yeah. Do you fear anyone? Like, do you have fear when you go into these fights?
Oh, no, you can't.
See,
you
I agree.
right?
I agree with, and I see where KSI is coming with that. My thing is just don't, you know, make sure you don't keep putting stuff on your plate, because that's going to happen. That's going to happen. And let's not make this Pacquiao versus Floyd, where after, like, it's gonna happen, bro. Let's just, you know what I mean? Shout out to you though. He definitely, his music is moving spooky right now. It's moving spooky. So like, I get why he's doing it, but like Logan basically said, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. That's what he's saying about the fight.
No.
So let me tell you something. When you say you want to strike fear into Jake, he doesn't have that. Like, he really doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't either. I like, it's stupid, bro. Like, it won't be fear that you strike into him. It will be the respect.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I think he's not only going off of the fear. He wants the splits to be equal, because right now he's doing more.
Which I totally get.
The splits to be equal. I don't even know about that. Yeah, we gonna you know, I think I'm gonna do one more clip from this tomorrow. You know what I mean? Get that going. Yeah, that's this podcast seemed like it was super fire, super zaza. Like I said, I do have more respect for Logan. He's older and he's obviously grown up and stuff like that too. And it seems like KSI got super candid and was super comfortable with Logan. So that's cool too. That fight's gonna happen. So hey, when it does happen, KSI knows he gotta be ready. He gotta only be focused on that. And hey, man, like I said, I'm going for KSI, Team Nigeria. You know what time it is. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, it's different over here. Huh? Ibo Kwenu. Oh, yeah.